after a 70-year ban, it turns out that Thailand is now considering legalizing a drug there known as Kratom. Now, Kratom is a leafy jungle stimulant.
Yes.
At least that's how Time magazine describes it. And what they do with Kratom is they chew it, and it gives them like a quick rush. It lasts about 20 minutes, and usually it dulls or numbs any type of pain that someone might be feeling. And it's similar to taking espresso shots, a 2-shot espresso or whatever you want to call it. And as I mentioned, it fades after about 20 minutes. Now, people who have tried this in Thailand testify that no, it's not something that you can overdose on. They also say that if you chew an excessive amount of it, it's not like you get higher and higher. You just feel like you plateau, you feel kind of buzzy, and then it goes away after 20 minutes.
Right. And they claim, the advocates for it claim, that no one has ever died from overdosing on Kratom. And so it sounds a lot like marijuana. Yeah, not in the sense of like the exact feelings that it gives you, but in that it's natural, it doesn't seem like it's particularly harmful, and people are losing their shit over it, right?
Yes.
So now we're worried about it. Oh my God, it actually a legal substance that's natural? We can't have it. Pharmaceutical companies didn't come up with that.
Yeah, so it's not banned in the United States yet, but it's on a government watch list.
We're watching you, Kratom.
We're watching Kratom. But what I found even more fascinating is the parallels that you can see between Kratom and marijuana. So Kratom in Thailand, obviously, and marijuana in the United States. Now, as you guys know, marijuana in the United States, or more specifically crack cocaine in the United States, was used as a way to target minorities, or any of our drug laws. If you really look at it, if you dig into the nitty gritty, you'll notice that most of our drug laws are used to disproportionately target minorities, put blacks and Latinos in prison, yada yada. Same thing happened in Thailand with Kratom because Muslims were using it.
That's so trippy and awesome. So, I mean, it's terrible, but let me, so of course Anna's right, you know, with marijuana, they changed the name to marijuana just to scare people about Mexicans coming across the border. Oh my God, these immigrants are using it. Let's use it as an excuse to arrest them. Opium with the Chinese, same thing. We used to be illegal before we decided we wanted to arrest some of the Chinese. And now in this case in Thailand, the Muslims are the minorities. And this is, it grows and is used more in that area of Thailand where there happen to be Muslims. But it's kind of funny that the Muslims are the ones taking the drug more, right?
Yeah.
When they're supposed to not take drugs or alcohol or anything along those lines. And they're like, okay, great, perfect opportunity to pick on the minority Muslims here because they're taking too many drugs, right? But it's growing right next to them. By the way, if you read the Bible or the Quran, you know, whatever religion you are, it says you should use the herbs that God gave you, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're Buddhist. I mean, obviously believe in nature gives it to you, etc. And then there's one other part of this that's kind of like a role reversal. It's an old tradition, so older Thai people are more used to chewing on it, and they're more in favor of it. Younger Thai that are in the cities haven't heard of it as much because it's an old tradition, and so they're not as in favor of it.
Isn't that's like flipping everything here in the United States, where the young people are like, yeah, legalize the weed.
And
then,
older people are like, get the kids off my lawn.
Exactly.
Get them off the grass, literally. In this case, the older people are like, what's wrong with these whippersnappers? They're not even getting high off the kratom. It's a national culture to do that. You know what? I'm with the old folks in Thailand. Let's hit some kratom, see how it is. It actually made me curious.
Yeah, I would totally try Kratom.
2 shots of espresso in a quickie and your pain goes away. It sounds lovely.
Yeah, I don't get a buzz from 2 shots of espresso, but if it's supposed to give you some sort of buzz, I'm interested in feeling it.